Welcome to World Numismatic Finds, your ultimate destination for uncovering hidden treasures in the world of British coinage. Today, we're diving deep into 4 of the most intriguing and potentially valuable UK coins that could be sitting unnoticed in your drawers or change jars. From the 1992 Five Pence in dirty condition, carrying modern rarity appeal, to the 1964 Sixpence in fine condition, shining with vintage charm, every coin tells a fascinating story of history and hidden worth. Then comes the 1937 Threepence, a true pre-decimal relic now showing its age with a rustic patina that only adds to its collector's allure. And finally, the 1947 One Shilling in circulation condition, a post-war survivor that holds both nostalgic and numismatic significance. Stay tuned, because these coins may look ordinary at first glance, but their true value could surprise even the greediest of collectors in today's UK rare coin market. Let's get started up with a 1937 Threepence coin, its once bright surface now marked by the touch of time and rust. Though weathered and aged, this coin remains a captivating piece that carries the echo of an era long gone. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating story behind this coin, from its creation to its design, its cultural depth, and of course, its market value today, which, surprisingly, can reach thousands of dollars for rare high-grade specimens. So let's dive deep into what makes this humble threepence such a prized treasure among collectors in 2025. The 1937 Threepence was born at a pivotal moment in British history. Following the abdication of King Edward VIII in 1936, King George VI ascended the throne, and with his reign came a fresh series of coinage to symbolize stability and continuity for the nation. The threepence, or threepenny bit as it was affectionately known, was a coin that saw daily use by millions. The 1937 issue stands at a crossroads, a bridge between the older silver issues and the newer nickel brass and brass versions that soon became standard. This coin witnessed the dawn of a new monarchy, a changing economy, and a nation preparing for the challenges that lay ahead. Even in rusty condition, its presence tells the story of Britain before the war, a time of quiet resilience and rebirth. On the obverse of this coin, the head side, you'll find the portrait of King George VI facing left, surrounded by his regal Latin inscription. The design reflects both dignity and authority, a reminder of the stability his reign sought to project. The reverse, or tail side, depicts the famous thrift plant with 3 flowering stems, a symbol carefully chosen to represent growth, prosperity, and endurance, values that resonated deeply with the British people of the time. Even with the effects of corrosion, those details often peek through the surface, allowing the viewer to glimpse its original artistry. That combination of royal symbolism and botanical imagery makes this coin a subtle masterpiece of design, linking monarchy, nature, and national spirit into one small metallic work of art. Culturally, the threepence holds immense significance. It was a coin that jingled in every pocket across the country, used in shops, buses, and markets. For many, it evokes a sense of nostalgia, a tangible connection to grandparent stories, ration books, and the simpler days of pre-war Britain. That human connection is precisely why collectors are drawn to it. Coins like the 1937 Threepence are not merely currency, they are living artifacts that connect us to the daily life of a past generation. A rusty coin may have lost its shine, but it has gained a patina of history, and that authenticity is something money itself cannot buy. In terms of specifications, the threepence of this period weighed around 1.41 grams in its silver variant and measured roughly 16 millimeters in diameter. The nickel brass version, which soon became more common, was heavier and bore the distinctive 12-sided shape. Although rust can slightly distort the texture or edges, the coin's original geometry remains discernible. Its design and form were both practical and elegant, small enough for everyday use, yet distinct enough to be instantly recognizable by touch. Now, let's explore some key facts that make this coin stand out. The 1937 date marks the first full year of George VI's reign, making it a key transitional issue in British numismatics. Most surviving examples today are found in circulated or worn states, often tarnished, scratched, or, as in your example, rusted. Finding one in superb mint condition, graded MS65 or higher by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC, is extremely rare. Coins at that level are virtually untouched since minting, showing perfect luster, sharp strike, and exceptional eye appeal. Such pristine specimens have been known to sell for astonishing sums at auction, making them one of the most coveted pieces among British coin enthusiasts. When it comes to rarity and collector demand, condition is everything. A rusty threepence will never compete with a gleaming mint state coin, but it still carries weight in the collecting world. Some collectors actively seek lower-grade examples with natural toning or environmental wear because these coins tell real stories. A bit of corrosion or discoloration gives it character, a reminder that this small piece of metal has survived wars, floods, and decades of change. For collectors building complete date sets or focusing on King George VI's coinage, even worn or rusty pieces can hold sentimental and display value. Now comes the exciting part, its market value today. In perfect mint state condition, the 1937 Threepence graded MS65 can reach an impressive $5,000, and in exceptional sales or private auctions, certain examples have been known to soar past $7,000 when two or more passionate bidders compete for ownership. These figures are drawn from real sales trends seen across trusted numismatic markets, major auction houses, and leading grading companies. Even though such lofty prices apply only to coins in top-tier condition, they reflect the underlying demand and desirability of this date. For coins in circulated or rusty condition, values can vary widely, from around $10 to $200, depending on eye appeal, clarity of detail, and level of corrosion. But remember, in numismatics, even a modest coin can yield surprising interest if it's presented well, photographed beautifully, and marketed with a good story. For collectors and sellers alike, a few practical tips can help you get the best from your coin. Never attempt to clean a rusty coin with abrasive methods. This can destroy surface details and reduce its value instantly. Instead, store it in a dry, cool environment and consider having it professionally conserved if necessary. If you believe your coin might be of above-average quality, submit it for grading through a reputable service such as PCGS or NGC. Certification adds credibility and often unlocks much higher bids in the marketplace. When selling online or through auction, highlight the coin's historical context, its 1937 origin, and its connection to King George VI's early reign. These details attract the interest of serious UK buyers who value the story as much as the shine. In conclusion, your rusty 1937 Threepence may appear humble, but beneath that worn surface lies a piece of royal history, a coin that has endured through decades of change. Whether kept as a sentimental keepsake or sold as part of a growing collection, it carries both emotional and collectible value. At number 2, the 1964 Sixpence coin in fine condition, a small yet mighty piece of British history that's catching the eyes of serious numismatists and treasure hunters alike. This classic silver-toned coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but its roots, rarity, and modern collector demand reveal a fascinating story of rising value and prestige in the rare coin market, both in the United Kingdom and internationally. The 1964 Sixpence holds a special place in the closing chapter of Britain's pre-decimal coinage era. Struck under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, it marked the final years before the country's currency transition to decimalisation in 1971. The coin's composition of cupronickel, replacing the earlier silver issues, gives it that sturdy, timeless shine that has lasted through generations. On the obverse, or the head side, sits the youthful and elegant effigy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick, a portrayal that has become iconic in numismatic circles for its grace and regal simplicity. The reverse, or tail side, is equally charming, displaying a detailed design featuring a crowned floral emblem, a symbolic combination of a rose, thistle, shamrock, and leek, representing the unity of England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. This design by William Gardner remains one of the most beloved representations of Britain's cultural harmony within its coinage heritage. Beyond its aesthetic appeal, the 1964 Sixpence reflects Britain's rich social and cultural history. In the mid-20th century, the coin was not just currency, it was a part of everyday life, tucked away in pockets, gifted in weddings for luck, and saved in small collections by children learning the value of money. It also carried deep symbolic meaning, especially in traditions such as something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue, and a sixpence in her shoe, which brides still honour today. Its presence in British folklore, daily trade, and sentimental customs gives it far more than metallic worth. It represents nostalgia, unity, and national pride. The 1964 Sixpence weighs approximately 2.83 grams and has a diameter of 19.41 millimeters, making it one of the most compact yet beautifully detailed pieces of British coinage. Its small size belies its historical weight, as this coin was minted during a transitional era, a period when the British economy and monarchy were adapting to modern times while still cherishing tradition. These physical and historical characteristics make the 1964 Sixpence not just a collectible, but a tangible piece of the nation's journey through time. When it comes to key facts and rarity, collectors are increasingly turning their attention to coins like this because they represent both affordability and potential growth in market value. While the 1964 issue was produced in high numbers for general circulation, only a fraction of them have survived in fine or higher grades today, especially with their original details still intact. Coins preserved in fine condition show clear design elements and moderate wear, making them attractive to collectors who value authenticity over perfection. But when found in uncirculated or high mint state grades like MS-65, the story changes dramatically. These coins can command substantial prices in the collector's market. According to listings across major platforms such as eBay, PCGS, NGC, and heritage auctions, pristine examples have recently been observed fetching between $1,800 and $1,900, reflecting not only their historical charm but also their growing investment appeal. This surge in market interest shows that even once common coins can evolve into highly sought-after rarities when preserved and authenticated properly. The rarity factor increases even more when considering coins with exceptional eye appeal, clean surfaces, and crisp details on both sides. These are often certified by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC, adding an extra layer of value and credibility. Collectors and investors alike are recognizing that coins from the early Elizabethan era, especially those from the 1950s and 1960s, are steadily gaining traction in global markets, particularly among those seeking historical British coins before the decimalization shift. The combination of nostalgia, design beauty, and limited surviving high-grade examples drives up both collector demand and price growth year after year. For collectors who are either starting out or expanding their British collection, a few key tips can make all the difference. Always prioritize coins that retain sharp details on the Queen's portrait and the floral emblems, as these areas tend to wear first. Check the edges for clear reading and avoid heavily polished pieces, which might have lost some of their original charm and authenticity. Keeping coins stored properly in dry, protective holders or certified slabs can help preserve their value for years to come. Monitoring auctions, dealer websites, and coin forums can also reveal great opportunities. Sometimes a seemingly modest listing can turn out to be a gem in disguise. In conclusion, the 1964 sixpence in fine condition is far more than an old piece of change. It's a timeless symbol of Britain's monetary evolution and cultural pride. With rising collector demand, increasing global recognition, and remarkable auction results, this coin stands as a hidden treasure waiting to be rediscovered by those with a keen eye for rarity and historical beauty. Whether you're a passionate numismatist or a new investor exploring the world of rare coins, the 1964 sixpence offers both nostalgia and opportunity. A small coin with a big story, shining brighter today than ever before in the world of numismatic finds. So, if you happen to find one lying forgotten in an old drawer or inherited collection, don't overlook it, because in today's market, it could very well be your next rare coin jackpot. At number 3, the United Kingdom One Shilling coin from the year 1947, found here in its original circulation condition. This coin, though modest in appearance, carries an incredible story of Britain's transition from the silver standard to the new age of cupronickel coinage. It's a piece that not only tells a tale of economic change but also holds a unique place in the hearts of collectors across the world. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that has witnessed the rebuilding of Britain after the war, circulated through countless hands during the mid-20th century, and now shines as a beacon of numismatic heritage and collectors' pride. The 1947 One Shilling coin marks a pivotal moment in British coinage. It was the very first year that the Royal Mint replaced real silver with a cupronickel alloy due to the post-war silver shortage. Prior to this, the shillings contained 50% silver, but from 1947 onwards, Britain moved to base metals to conserve precious resources. This shift makes the 1947 issue historically significant, as it symbolizes the dawn of a new economic era in the United Kingdom. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the proud portrait of King George VI, facing left, crafted by the talented engraver Thomas Humphrey Paget. His initials, HP, can be spotted just below the bust. The detailed portrait of the monarch represents the strength and resilience of the British people during an age of reconstruction. On the reverse side, known as the tail, the design varies slightly depending on the region. The English version features the crowned lion standing upon a royal crown, a symbol of courage, sovereignty, and the unyielding spirit of England. The Scottish version, equally regal, showcases a lion rampant within a shield topped by the crown of Scotland. Each of these designs holds deep cultural symbolism, reflecting the unity of the nations within the United Kingdom under one crown. Culturally and historically, the 1947 One Shilling coin stands as more than just a monetary instrument. It is a miniature work of art that represents the transition of Britain's empire, the austerity years, and the post-war recovery. Every scratch, every faded mark on the coin surface tells a story. Perhaps it was used to buy bread in ration-era Britain, or maybe it jingled in the pocket of a soldier returning home. These connections give the coin a sense of life that no modern coin can replicate. It's a piece of everyday history that ties collectors directly to a moment of profound change in the nation's journey. Weighing approximately 5.65 grams and measuring 23.6 millimeters in diameter, the One Shilling coin of 1947 was produced in huge quantities at the Royal Mint, yet very few survive today in pristine or mint state condition. That's where rarity and collector interest truly come into play. While the circulated examples, like the one we're discussing, are common in lower grades, high-grade specimens certified by top grading services such as PCGS or NGC have become incredibly desirable among numismatists. Coins graded at MS65, which means they are in gem-uncirculated condition, with lustrous surfaces and virtually no wear, can command stunning prices in the collector's market. According to recent auction results and rare coin platforms like eBay, Heritage Auctions, and PCGS reports, a 1 shilling 1947 in MS65 condition can fetch around $2,500, with exceptional pieces even reaching values close to $3,700 depending on the buyer's interest, strike quality, and historical appeal. These figures may sound astonishing for what was once a simple everyday coin, but the charm lies in its scarcity at high grades and its historical resonance with collectors worldwide. The demand for this coin is only rising, especially among those who value the story behind it. Collectors are increasingly seeking original examples with strong details and natural toning, as these traits demonstrate authenticity and historical character. A 1947 1 shilling in circulation condition still holds excellent collectible value, typically trading between a few dollars and higher amounts depending on eye appeal. Yet, what makes it truly exciting is the potential to uncover a hidden gem, a coin that, upon grading, could surprise its owner with a substantial market valuation. This is the kind of discovery that drives coin enthusiasts and investors alike to search through old collections, inherited boxes, or forgotten drawers in hopes of finding that one piece of British history worth thousands. For collectors looking to add a 1947 1 shilling to their portfolio, the best advice is to focus on condition and provenance. Look for coins with minimal wear, clear details on the king's portrait and the lion motif, and even strike. Always handle them carefully and, if you believe you have a high-quality example, consider professional grading. It can significantly enhance its value. Regular monitoring of online auction sites and numismatic fairs can also provide insight into current trends and price fluctuations, as demand for post-war British coins continues to grow both in the UK and internationally. In conclusion, the 1947 1 shilling coin is far more than a mere token of the past. It's a historical artifact representing Britain's post-war strength, an icon of design, and a potential treasure for collectors. Its blend of history, artistry, and rarity makes it one of the standout coins of mid-20th century Britain. Whether in circulated condition or shining in mint state, it captures the imagination of those who appreciate the legacy of the Royal Mint and the enduring appeal of British coinage. So, the next time you come across a 1947 1 shilling, take a moment to look closely. You might just be holding a hidden gem worth far more than you think, a piece of history that could transform your collection into something truly extraordinary. At last position, the 1992 UK 5 pence coin, a small yet mighty piece that's fast becoming a rare find in the numismatic world. Even if it appears in dirty or circulated condition, this little silver-colored coin carries far more value than most people realize, especially among collectors who know its background and importance in the evolution of the British monetary system. The 1992 5 pence coin holds a special place in British coinage history because it marked the transition to a smaller, lighter version of the denomination. Prior to 1992, 5 pence coins were larger, roughly the size of the old shilling, but this year marked the official introduction of the reduced-size version minted in copper-nickel composition. That change alone makes the 1992 issue historically significant. It was the year the Royal Mint fully withdrew the old large 5 pence coins and moved forward with this new, compact format, aligning with the modernization of UK coinage. Many were used heavily in circulation, tossed into pockets and purses for years, which is why finding one in pristine condition is becoming quite a challenge today. On the obverse side, the head of the coin features the majestic portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklauf, displaying her regal crown and timeless dignity that symbolized continuity and strength throughout her reign. The reverse, or tail, as some enthusiasts call it, proudly bears the crown thistle, the national emblem of Scotland, an exquisite reminder of unity across the United Kingdom. Together, these two designs merge tradition and identity, capturing the cultural essence of a nation in transition during the early 1990s. Weighing approximately 3.25 grams with a diameter of 18 millimeters, this small coin is made from 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that silver-like shine collectors adore when found in higher grades. Despite being common in appearance, this specific year of issue has become increasingly desirable, particularly in exceptional condition. Many 1992 5 pence coins that have been cleaned, polished, or mishandled lose much of their collector value, but even in dirty or circulated states, some examples still fetch surprising sums when authenticated properly. Key facts show that the 1992 mintage was high overall, but the real excitement lies in condition and certification. Coins graded MS65 by top grading authorities such as PCGS, NGC, and ANAX have been recorded selling for astonishing prices on various numismatic marketplaces. According to data from auction results and collector forums, an MS65 graded 1992 5 pence has reached values around $2,100, with some exceptionally rare, untouched specimens even crossing $2,670 on platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and other collector-based websites. This sudden surge is not random. It reflects growing global interest in modern UK coinage, especially coins from the transitional years of the 1990s, when the designs and metal compositions underwent major changes. The rarity and demand come not only from the mintage, but from the survival rate of high-quality examples. Very few coins from this era have been preserved in mint state, as most went straight into everyday use. Even a coin in slightly dirty condition could spark collector curiosity if its surfaces remain unpolished and original. The presence of natural toning or mild wear gives these coins a certain authenticity that appeals to seasoned collectors. Dealers often remark that demand for pre-2000 British decimals has grown rapidly, and coins from 1992 are among the most watched in online listings. Collectors should take a few essential tips to heart when handling a 1992 5 pence coin. Always avoid harsh cleaning, as it destroys natural surfaces and reduces value instantly. If you believe your coin has potential, consider professional grading through trusted services like PCGS or NGC. Keep it stored in a protective capsule to prevent further damage, and check auction sites regularly to compare realized prices. Sometimes, what seems like a simple pocket change coin could be worth more than a night out, especially if you hold one of the rare examples in near uncirculated or mint state condition. In conclusion, the 1992 UK 5 pence coin may appear small and insignificant at first glance, especially if it's a little dirty or worn from years of use, but its historical weight and collector demand tell a very different story. It marks a milestone in the modernization of Britain's currency and stands today as a sought-after collectible, rising steadily in value across international markets. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone checking your change for treasures, this coin is proof that even the tiniest piece of metal can carry an incredible story, and perhaps a surprisingly high price tag. Keep your eyes open, because that humble 5 pence in your pocket might just be your next rare coin jackpot waiting to be discovered. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned to World Numismatic Finds for more rare and valuable coin discoveries from around the world.